Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. Today I'm going to be sharing with you two brand new products from the Revolution Pro range. The first one is one of their 18 pan palettes, and it is the Regeneration palette in Goldmine, and it looks like this. It's absolutely stunning, but as with the other palettes, it not only has golden shades, it also has other shades as well. So again, it makes it a very versatile palette. You can pick this one up from either revolutionbeauty.com. That is the new name of the Tan Beauty website. It's just been renamed to revolutionbeauty.com. You can also pick this up from, I believe, superdrug.com. And if you're very lucky and have the Revolution Pro range within your local Superdrug, you may want to check. When I went to the Thetford store, they did have a number of these larger palettes, but they only had 4 or 5, and I'm not sure if the Goldmine was one of them. So yeah, I would certainly check at your local Superdrug store. The next product is the Revolution Pro 4K highlighter palette, and it looks like this, and I've got this now in gold. I love the rose gold so much, and typically I don't really go for gold much, but I had to pick this up. I am using the rose gold nearly every day. It's been so difficult. I've swatched it now because I've got swatches on my arm, but it's been so difficult not to try this because I was so impressed with the rose gold version of this. This again retails for £8, and again you can pick this up from the revolutionbeauty.com website. You can pick it up from the superdrug.com website, and this was in the Thetford branch as well. So do check. Yeah, Thetford branch of Superdrug. So do certainly check your local branch to see if they're stocking the Revolution Pro range and if they have these products available if you're interested in them. Now what I'm going to do is just go through the swatches, and then I will create a look for you today. So I'm just getting all of my items ready. So I'll just go through the swatches. And the first one, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it very well. So that one is Elegant, and the reason is because that is a skin colour. The next one is Royalty. So those two first, well, the first two shades are matte. The next one again is matte, and that one is called Splendid. That one again is matte, and that one is called, now it says, is it Bourgeois? Bourgeois, and that's that deeper shade there. Then we've got Hollywood, and then the last one is Luxury. I'm really pleased that they've actually added this. It's like a rosy neutral shade, and so all of those were matte. The middle row starts off with the shade Opulent. The next shade is Filthy Rich, love that. The next one is Bling, First Class. And I really like the fact that they've put a matte orange and also a shimmery orange as well. Then you've got Crown, and then the last one is Credit Card, which we could all do with at the moment, especially when we're buying up this range. And then the very last row, we start off with a matte, which is called VIP. Then we've got Money Honey. The next one is Billionaire. The next one is Ka-Ching. The next one is Lavish. And the very last one, which is matte, is Private Jet. So that one's a matte, that one's a matte, and then of course you can see that the rest are shimmers. And there's all of the swatches there for you. So I hope you can see all of those okay. Then of course I've got swatches of the gold highlighter palette as well. They don't have names, so I've just done them in order of light to deep. So we've got that beautiful, it's a very light colour. It's not something that I would wear on my cheek, but obviously they've done light to deep for different skin tones, so I would personally use that as an inner corner highlight. Then we've got like a champagne shade there, absolutely perfect for me. We've got a gold shade there, absolutely beautiful. Again, I would wear that. And this one here, which is, it's a mixture of like gold and bronze, absolutely beautiful. And again, I would wear that because I do like the deeper shades, but I would have to use those as a perhaps blush top or something like that. So I'm really excited to share with you these products. Now, of course, it's Thursday and I want to share with you my Thank You Thursday. Now, of course, if you're brand new to my channel, Thank You Thursday is a section of my video on a Thursday where I thank one of you personally. And the person that I want to thank today, now I've got it written down because I'm not very good with pronouncing certain names, and the person's name is, and actually before I say the person's name, I want to thank them personally because they're always commenting. I love to receive your comments and I'm so grateful that you comment nearly every day, and I'm so grateful that you do. If not every day, I receive a comment from you. So today I want to thank personally for their support and their lovely comments, and it's Marianne, and her name on YouTube is MC, and I'm going to have to spell the surname, so it's Dijkhuizen, but I know that her name is Marianne. So obviously if you want to show Marianne, and I'll just repeat her YouTube name, and it's MC Dijkhuizen. And yeah, if you want to show Marianne some love, because she is so supportive, and I'm so grateful to you, Marianne. So thank you so much. Now obviously back to the look here. I'm going to be starting off the look with my trusty Primark brush. I'm now putting a link down below for the Revolution Pro brush because they do a brush very similar to this, but I think it's all black. I'm going to see if I can pick it up because I think it does retail usually for £1.99, but it's on offer, or it was when I last looked, for £1.79. So I'll put the pop the link down below for you. Now I've also added my base. I'm using the Eye Element in Core. I'm loving it. Today I haven't actually set it because I've heard some people are not setting theirs at all. They're just leaving it. So I thought I'll leave it. I'll just add the first colour, and the first one that I'm going to add, again, I don't really know what I'm going to do apart from try and stay with the golds. I think I'm going to start with a neutral shade and go in with VIP, which is this shade here, and see how that one works. Like I said, I want it to be quite neutral, but I want to add that gold pop of colour. So we'll see how we get on with this shade. I mean, I did a very bold eye look yesterday using a very bold eyeshadow palette, and you know, I had to go for a bold look because of course it was a bold palette. And I've been actually very excited about trying this. I mean, if you're a regular viewer to my channel, you know I love a neutral eye. It's just what I prefer. You know, sometimes I like a brighter look, but yeah, really love. I don't know where this bit of glitter's come from, although I swatched and put on my Instagram this morning all of the pressed glitter eyeshadows from this range as well. I think I'd shown the packs but not the swatches, so I did that. So that's perhaps where that little bit of glitter has come from. Now I love a good neutral eyeshadow just because it's so good. And what I typically like is a neutral eye look with that pop of colour on the lid. That is what I like personally. That is my style. In fact, actually, that works for me in fashion as well. I like quite a neutral outfit, and then I'll have one item with a pop of colour to it, whether it's a scarf, a handbag, the shoes, or you know, something like that. But that's my kind of style. Really love this base, and I really like that they have put these, you know, neutral tones in here to create these golden eye looks. I really love how they've put together these palettes actually as a you know, the shades that they've chosen across the board really. So that's the base, and I must admit that the eyeshadow has worked very well with that eye elements, even though I didn't, you know, set it with a eyeshadow, or what I've been doing is set it with my setting powder. So I didn't do that today. It didn't crease too much. There was a slight little bit of creasing in the right in the crease there, just a little bit, but not too much. And when I actually used the Conceal and Define concealer, it creased a lot. You know, in fact, there was patches of skin, but yeah, there was a little bit of creasing in the middle, but apart from that, it was really, really good, and the eyeshadow's gone over the top of that really well. So that's good. Now what I want to do is deepen that up a little bit. I want to actually add a little bit of orange, and I'm going to go in with the shade Royalty, which is that one there. I just want to add a little bit of that. I mean, if I don't like it, I can always deepen it up, but I just want to add a little bit just to see, you know, how that works with the look. I mean, the looks that I create, you know, if they don't necessarily suit you, or you think they're, you know, they're not going to work for you, then obviously you can always, you know, take out the colour. If you don't particularly like orange, then, you know, just don't put the orange on. Or, you know, the looks that I'm sharing with you, I'm really testing out the shadows, and of course you can create whatever look that, you know, you would prefer with the palette, whatever suits you, and, you know, whatever suits me may not suit you, but it's just me testing out the shadows just to see if, you know, if they're going to really work for you. So I really like that orange actually onto the base. It's worked very, very nicely. Love that. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of that, whatever I've got left on the brush, just underneath the eye. Beautiful. Now I'm going to add a little bit more actually. I'm going to add that, I think it's Gorgeous. I don't think I've ever seen that word. I don't know if they've made it up or if it's a real word. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, I'm just going to add that into the crease as well, just going over a little bit of that orange. And in fact, I'll share with you that shade on my arm. It's that one there. So it's a deeper brown. So I don't want to cancel out all of that orange, but we're just going a little bit deeper. And I like to use as many shadows as I possibly can for you. I really like that colour actually. That is beautiful. It's like a brick brown colour, and as with all of the other palettes, this one, the colours, the shades are blending beautifully. Now what I want to do is deepen it up a little bit more. Again, if you were to replicate this look and you feel that this is enough for, you know, what you want, don't move on to this step. It's just how I like to apply eyeshadow. So I'm going in with, and it's this shade here called Hollywood. So I'm getting a little bit of that, and I'm going to keep that into the crease area. That has worked so well. I want to keep it in this area. I've just kept it right in the crease as well. Really love that. And it's blended out. Sometimes when you get those really deep shades, they do not blend very well at all. They tend to skip. And yeah, but not this one. It's so nice and it's blending beautifully. I also want to thank you, anybody who sent me a lovely comment about me reaching 7,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that, because my goal is 10,000. I can't quite believe that I've made 7,000, as I said in yesterday's video, but I just want to thank anybody that has sent me a message relating to that, because I'm just so grateful. And I'm so grateful to every single one who's subscribed as well. It really does surprise me, you know, that I've got this far, and so many people are watching my videos, and you know, I'm just so grateful, really. So that is working very well. Like, oops, I poked myself in the eye. Like I say, if that is just too deep for you, then miss out that step. It is just that I like to give my eyes some definition. And because I have dark hair and dark eyes, it works for me. If I don't have too much definition on the eye, it just doesn't look quite right for me. So I'm really, really loving that. Absolutely beautiful. Love the shades. Love that they're working together perfectly. Now I've got to think about the shade that I want on the eye, and I really wanted to go for a golden shade, so I might go for Filthy Rich. I like that one. I love the name Filthy Rich. I also love the name of Money Honey. I think I'm going to go for gold. In fact, I think that's probably what I'm going to title this. So let's go for gold, and I'm going to add Filthy Rich, which is this one here. And see how that works. Now, what I really like about these shimmery shades is that they are very tightly packed. You can build them up, but I really, really love the shimmers in these palettes. When you put your finger in, or your brush or whatever, there's no pigment that comes out. There's no fallout, but they are so lovely, and I really, really love them. Like I say, they also really adhere to the eye. I just absolutely love it. Some shimmery eyeshadows that I've had and tried, you put them on, there's great big chunks of product going everywhere, and you tend to find that they then slip off the eyelid. Not with these. They are so, I don't know, they just feel different to their other shimmery eyeshadows. And I'm not saying that it's Revolution eyeshadows that fall to bits at all. It's not theirs that I've tried, but you know, some eyeshadows you can just tell. But I really like these. Like I say, yes, you do have to build them up, but they feel quality, and I really like the way that they stay on my lid and they shimmer every time I open my eyes. In fact, when I've looked back at recordings that I've made of these palettes that I filmed, I really love that every time I blink, and as you know, I blink a lot because of an eye condition that I've got, it really, really shows up, and this one does as well. So, and it's a thin layer, you know, they're not really thick and chunky. They're thin layers of eyeshadow, and they stay where you put it, and I really like that. Now I'm getting my pencil brush, which is the PS Pro Shading Eye Brush. I always have to read it. I never know what it's called, even though I've done numerous videos using it, which I find quite hilarious. And I'm just going to right into the inner part of the lid there. And as you can see, every time I blink, you can see that shimmer. Yes, like I say, I've had to build it up. you know, you're not going to put your finger in that shadow or your brush, and I'm talking about the shimmers now, and get a whole load of product. They are very tightly packed. They are different to their other eyeshadows, but they work amazingly. And if you're like me and you've got a little bit of hoodedness on the eye, or you know, you've got a kind of eye which you haven't got a lot of lid showing, so this part rubs, which mine does, then you end up with no eyeshadow apart from near the lash. Usually, not with these, they stay on. I also think that me using that core, the eye base as well, is really helping, but I'm absolutely loving these eyeshadows. Now I'm just going back to, and I'm just going to get a little bit more of, I'm going to get Gorgeous first and put that on there. I love that look. And now I'm going to go in with, and I think it's the only one that I can really go in with because I love the name so much, and it is Bling. So let's bling this eye look up a little bit, and the shade is, where is it? Is it that one? Third one along. So it's that one there. So it's a real champagne shade, and it looks very, very shimmery. So like I say, let's bling this eye look up. So what I'm going to do is just keep it in the inner corner. It's obviously going to be an inner corner highlight with a name like that, and just put that all around the inner corner and just on the, really love that colour. It's that kind of perfect inner corner shade for me. It's also got a little bit of glitter in it. So love the name, love the fact it's got that little bit of glitter. So if you use this on your inner corner like I am, you're going to really bling that eye look. Oh, I love that so much. That is gorgeous. I'm just going to go underneath. Got a stray eyelash there. Just there. And I really like that I've added depth with a deeper brown today. Yesterday it was a very deep plum, and today it is a very deep brown. I absolutely love this look. This palette I was in two minds to get because sometimes I'm very fussy about the golds that I wear. I've mentioned that before. Some golds, colours that you wear really look, well, they look a little bit tacky. You've got to get that gold right, and this, I must say, again, whoever designs these palettes, I think I know who it is, but whoever puts these shades together and chooses these shades, they really deserve, an award, because I'm absolutely loving the shades that they've come up with, put together. I mean, you know that I'm loving the range. I've bought nearly everything of the range. I'm just loving it. And I'll probably buy a little bit more as well. So now we move on to another exciting part of my makeup, and that is adding the highlight. Now, the rose gold of this, oh my goodness, I love it so much. Now, usually with one of these palettes, you will look at one shade and think, you know, oh, I love that, and you'll stick to that shade. Not with the rose gold palette, and I'm hoping not with this as well. When I go into the rose gold, I've got so many choices, and even the deepest shade in there, you can use it as a blush topper. So that's what I'm hoping with this. Obviously, if you want to use it as a true highlight, then it just depends on your skin tone. But for me, I do like deeper highlights anyway. So this one is definitely not something that I would wear on my cheek, just because I just don't like that, you know, really light highlight. But today I think I'm going to go in with, this one here and see how that works. And of course I've got my, I mean, I must say, out of my collection, these are my two favourite brushes. So, and like I say, I'm hoping that the Revolution Pro brush is as good as that. So I'm going to have to pick that up. But this is a Revolution product. It's a flex brush. It retails for £9.99, but it's worth every penny. I know it was gifted to me by the Revolution Beauty team, but I would still purchase it at that price because it is worth it. It's my favourite highlight brush ever. So yeah, I'm going in with that second lightest shade, and I'll add it to this side so you can see it better, because this is where the light hits me. Oh wow, that is beautiful. That is gorgeous. I love that. I love that colour. It reminds me of a very expensive silk. That kind of colour. You're probably not going to be able to see it that well on this side. That's why I always put it on the other side. But yeah, it reminds me of a very expensive silk. I love that so much. I've just forgotten I haven't put my lipstick on yet, which is another favourite part of my makeup routine. Oh, look at that. Wow, I am absolutely loving that colour. Beautiful. Now, this has got a tiny little bit, it's got tiny flecks of glitter in this. The shimmer is beautiful, but there are tiny, and I mean minuscule, little bits of glitter in here, which obviously is making it even more reflective. It doesn't bother me at all, to be honest. Bring on the glitter, because I just like to be glamorous, and I like to shine and shimmer. But it works with the highlight, if you know what I mean. It's not like big chunks of glitter everywhere. It just works very nicely with that product. So it's not bothering me at all. I know there's some of you out there that don't like glitter. But what I would say is definitely try it, swatch it in the store, and see if you can make that work if you're not a big fan of glitter in your highlight. But for me, that is just amazing. And when the sun comes, you know, when spring hits properly, and it is spring, I know, but obviously the sun is not here at the moment, but when it does, that is going to look absolutely beautiful. In fact, I'm going to put a little bit of that. I've missed my nose. Bring on the glamour is what I say. Love it. Love that colour. Love that product. Now for the lipsticks. Now I've brought 3 in with me, and of course I'm using the Pro Supreme Matte Lip Pigments. I know the name off by heart. I've been wearing these nearly every single day. I love them. Now I've got 3 shades here to choose from. I have got Pretense, which I know is a deeper brown. I've got Facade. Well, I can't use that one because I've forgotten my lip liner. And I've got Veil. I think I'm going to go in with Veil. I'll just show you swatches of the other 2. So this one is it Pretense? Oh yeah, my sticker's on here. Yeah, Pretense. So this is Pretense there. So it's a deep, beautiful brown. And then we've got Facade, which is beautiful, but I have to use a lip liner. I didn't quite know what I was going to do, so I brought in a few choices. So that's Pretense, and that's Facade. And then, of course, I've got Veil, which is one of my absolute favourites. And I suppose, actually, if you mix those 2 together, you're going to get Veil. That's Veil. It's beautiful. It's one of those colours that you can wear every single day. beautiful colour. And it works very well with the eye look because that's the first colour I actually applied. Wow. I'm loving today's look. I've got to go out today. So yeah, this is going to be my look today. I'm absolutely loving that highlight. I'm loving the lipstick. I'm loving everything about it. I knew it was going to be good because obviously now, you know, I've tested out a few of these products now, and it's now the case of, you know, trying to try out all of the palettes that I've purchased and been sent. So I'm doing my best. If there is something that you want to see and I've not yet shown it, do let me know. I think I know what I'm going to do tomorrow and Saturday, but I'd love your thoughts on if obviously I've not shown anything or the product that you want to see, do let me know down below. I would obviously love your thoughts on this palette. The eyeshadow palette, the highlighter palette. Have you got them? What do you think? That highlight is just, and it's again going to be a favourite of mine. Like I say, I'm not really keen on, or I didn't think I was that keen on gold, but this has really changed my mind. So yeah, I'd love your thoughts, and of course on the lipstick, I'd love your thoughts on everything. I welcome everyone's comments, and of course if you have just stumbled across my channel, I would absolutely love it if you subscribed. My goal now is to get to 8,000 and ultimately 10,000, and of course please do everybody show Marianne some love. I'll just repeat her YouTube name. It's MC, and then her surname is spelled Dijkhuizen. So yeah, she's so supportive, and I'm so thankful and grateful to you, Marianne. So I had to let the last word go to you. So thank you so much, Marianne, and I'll see everyone else tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.